If the mere presence of your firearm is enough to stop the threat, then you have won the defensive encounter and should stop there. Today's video is brought to us thanks to the generosity of LuckyGunner.com. Check them out for all your ammunition needs. Hi everyone, this is John with today's active self-protection lesson out of Kansas City, Missouri. Here we're going to see a man who sees a threat come far enough away from him that he is able to end the threat without shooting. And we're going to learn important lessons about the legal aspects of self-defense, about the importance of awareness, particularly in transitional spaces, and why we talk about having verbal skills as a self-defender. Our defender is the guy in the black shirt and the blue jeans, and our perp is the guy in the blue shirt and what looks like khaki shorts. Now, our intended victim, who is, again, going to be a defender who is armed with a firearm, is walking back to his vehicle. Now, his dash cam is still recording while he's getting gas at this gas station. Now, watch our perp here start digging something out of his pocket, a bunch of furtive gestures. He's walking around, and he's going to show up here, and you're going to see a knife in his right hand. Now, we're going to listen in on the dash cam audio because it's important. Then we'll come back and learn some lessons here.
I will shoot your ass. Get the out of here. Don't walk up here with that knife. Back up. Back up. Back the up. Back the up, dude. Back the up. I don't want to shoot you right now. Keep walking. Hey, call the police. Call the police. Call the police. I'm not kidding. Call the police. Call the police. Back the up, dude.
All right, let's go back and learn some lessons. That's a great defensive gun use where the gun doesn't even have to be fired. First of all, this is a great reminder to keep your tools on you. Our defender here doesn't have time to go, well, I got to go dig it out of my glove box or any of that stuff, but he keeps his tools on him. Keep your tools on you, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to pay attention now to our perp. You notice that he is just looking over his shoulder and saying, I might have a victim here. You see him kind of these furtive gestures back and forth, these furtive glances back and forth. And those glances are telling you he's either looking for a potential out or he's looking for potential witnesses to what he's doing. And you can see him walking around here, and now he's dumb enough to get his knife out at this point so that he's got it in his hand while he's making those furtive gestures. And that's incredibly important for us. And you can see that right there in his hand, he has a knife. And when people ask me all the time, John, how far is a knife a deadly threat? Well, the Tueller principle says that a person can cover 21 feet before you could get a gun out of the holster and a shot on target. So that's a minimum distance that it's considered a deadly threat right here. Now, I want to think about the fact that right here, our defender has issued verbal commands. Incredibly important for all of us as self-defenders to know how to use our voice and not just our firearm. He starts telling him, hey man, back off, get away from me with that thing. And then he says, hey, that thing, yeah, that thing right there. You can see the knife in his hand. Get back, man, I have a firearm and I will use it. So using those verbal commands, and you said, well, gosh, is he really overtly threatening? Well, his posture there isn't necessarily specifically threatening. However, I think it is incredibly important for us to recognize all the other cues that have come to us before this that get him in that place where this guy could very well be a deadly threat with a knife in his hand and all those things. So tell him to stay away from you and all that stuff, very important. Now, you need to check your local laws whether you can have a firearm in your hand while you are saying those things. In Arizona, where I live, it wouldn't be a problem to have a defensive display of a firearm given all of this here, but your locality may be slightly different. So I want you to check your local laws, and that's another great reminder to know exactly when you can draw your firearm and when you can't in these kind of situations. And in most jurisdictions, I have to think this would be okay. So the great thing here is that our defender used his verbal skills, didn't end up having to shoot this guy. Guy walked off, and that's a good thing. Get on the phone with the cops, and our good guy also did that. He told other people, get on the phone with the police. That's a great sign as well. So use your awareness, have your tools on you, know your verbal skills, know when you can draw your firearm and when you can't to cover your asp.